Guys, my name is Megan. You can find me on Instagram at I woke up in beast mode. It's underscore I woke up in beast mode. And this is my weight loss story. So I've actually struggled with my weight ever since I was a kid. I never realized this as a child, but as an adult, I definitely came to understand that I struggled with body image issues throughout my entire life. I grew up with 4 older sisters, and they are gorgeous and beautiful, and they're thin, and they were dancers and popular. And my sisters were the type of girls who, they were, you know, size 7. If they gained some weight, they went up to size 9. They called themselves fat. And oh my gosh, they're so fat. They're in a size 9. They can't believe it. And here I was, a 7th grade girl. I was in 7th grade, and I was wearing size 9 pants. And I thought I was fat because my sisters said they were fat, so that must mean that I was fat. And so ever since middle school, I can remember, you know, considering myself fat and being self-conscious about the sizes that I was wearing and everything like that. Then to add on to that, I was always very tall growing up. I was the tallest kid in 5th grade. I was taller than all the boys, and then in 6th grade, you know, the boys still hadn't caught up to you yet. So I was just uncomfortable about my body in general. Thinking back on it though, I have a very curvy figure. I have large hips. So wearing a size 9 doesn't necessarily mean that I was fat. It's just the way that my body was proportioned. You know, but as a kid, I couldn't comprehend that. So like I was saying, you know, I struggled with my weight. I always thought that I wasn't, you know, thin. I thought I was fat. And going into high school in 9th grade, I really struggled. I didn't have many friends, and I kind of turned to food. I would eat like an entire bag of hot Cheetos after school. I could eat an entire bag of chips in one setting, and up until I started my journey, I still did the same exact thing. But in 9th grade, I really struggled. I gained a lot of weight. Well, I didn't gain a lot, but I gained weight. And I was into like size 13, size 15 of juniors and junior size pants. And then during sophomore year, I was having a better time in high school. I had made some friends, and I actually went on a summer trip to visit my aunt and uncle. And it was during that summer that I decided that I was going to lose weight. However, the way that I decided to lose weight was by not eating. So I stopped eating, and I lost a lot of weight. And it was easy for me to get into the habit because I wasn't at home, and my parents weren't there. My aunt and uncle didn't really notice. They were at work. I could say, oh, I ate lunch already, when really I didn't. I remember I was thinking back to, you know, my mindset during this time, and I remember actually being proud of myself for not eating for 3 days. And thinking back, like, it still gives me chills. You know, it's not something to be proud of, and it's something that I still do struggle with to this day. And while I did lose weight by not eating, I was never skinny. I was never, you know, so thin, and luckily I was able to stop myself before it got too even more serious. It still is serious, but before it got even more serious. And nobody ever really told me anything about it. I never really talked to anybody, so I never really got the help I needed. It wasn't until I started losing weight that, like I said, I started reflecting on my mindset and what caused me to be in this situation in the first place, and to have such negative views of myself. So that kind of all leads up to it. Like I said, I was able to stop myself from starving myself, and I started eating again. I didn't eat as much, but I did start eating. Then I went to college, and I gained the freshman 15. I don't even know how much it was. I have been scared of the scale my entire life. But I gained weight. In college, I gained even more weight when I moved into the dorms and an apartment. I started drinking alcohol. I gained weight. So throughout college, I was gaining weight, gaining. I got up to about 290 pounds, and then I graduated college. I was working, and last year I gained about 10 more pounds and got up to 300 pounds, which is where my weight loss journey kind of started. So like I said in the intro, I started at 300.4 pounds, and my reason for starting was I was just tired of being out of shape. At school, I would be walking to class with friends, and the building that all my classes are in was up a hill, and then once you got up the hill, you had to walk up the stairs. And one of my friends who I was walking with, she actually used to be overweight, and she had weight loss surgery, so she's lost a lot of weight. She's in better shape. And then the other friend that I normally walk to class with is in crazy shape. He wants to be a PE teacher, and he could run up that hill 5 times and not be out of breath, right? However, me on the other hand, it could not even be hot outside. I'm walking up this hill sweating. I don't want to have a conversation with them as they're walking because I'm so out of breath and I'm embarrassed. And then I had to walk up the stairs. I get to my lecture hall and I'm sweating. I'm out of breath. I feel too big to sit in the desks. I just felt uncomfortable in the life that I was living. Not only that, but I would go to fast food places. I fucked with Del Taco and Hot Cheetos and pizza and Mexican food, carne asada, fries. The employees at these places would start to recognize me because I would order these foods so much, and I was so embarrassed by it, but that still didn't stop me from going. So I didn't want that anymore. I didn't want to turn down hiking invitations with my friends or activities that I knew that I wanted to do, but I didn't want to go because I'd be embarrassed at how out of shape I was. So as kind of a New Year's resolution, I decided that I was going to try and lose weight. So I downloaded the app OfferUp, and I was searching for an elliptical because I didn't want to get a gym membership because I felt uncomfortable, and in the past I had gotten gym memberships and I paid for them and I never went. So I was like, you know what, I'm going to get something for home. And I found an elliptical on OfferUp for $80, and me and my boyfriend went and picked it up, and it's not the best. It used to be a good one. It's like a NordicTrack elliptical. It used to be a great one. I read the reviews on it, and I started working out every single night starting January 8th, and my ultimate goal was to try and burn 1,000 calories every night. And I actually have a picture of myself laying on my garage floor, like dying, like I was dead. I was gone. I was over it. After burning 1,000 calories on the elliptical, my face is bright red. I felt like my legs were gonna give out. I have a picture though. I'll put it right here. Right? You see me? Dead. Okay, I also have another picture after I think I was riding the stationary bike in my garage. I'm just pouting because I hated it. I hated it so much. Okay. And then I got into it and I started losing weight. Within my first week, I had seen the scale go down, and that motivated me. And for some reason, I committed to it this time. I really committed to it. So aside from working out, I did change the way that I eat. Now, I don't follow a specific diet. I always get questions on Instagram asking me, oh, how many carbs do you eat? Or how many calories do you eat? Or what are your macros? And to be honest, that has always kind of confused me. And also, since I have had kind of an unhealthy relationship with food and with eating, counting calories is detrimental to my mental health. And I have actually caught myself skipping meals because I am too close to my calorie count for the day, or because I don't want to go over my calorie count. So I really have just focused on making healthy choices with eating. And I think that I'm lucky in that I actually genuinely like healthy food. Even when I was heavier, I enjoyed it. So that I feel like that's been helpful. But for everybody who's like, confused and they don't know where to start with macros and all that, I feel you, because I am the same exact way. I still don't really understand it. But just making healthy food choices, I obviously know that Hot Cheetos are not the healthy choice. So instead, lately, I have been eating the Smart smart popcorn, and I put cayenne pepper on it, and that is the healthier choice for me, and luckily it still allows me to lose weight. But I think just really you need to find what works for you. I found my watch and the motivation in myself. I didn't think anybody else could do it besides me. So I think that just believing in yourself and finding what works for you is the best tip I can give you. But aside from that, one day at a time. Take it one day at a time. Hit your move goal on your watch one day at a time. You know, go to the gym. Only worry about that one day. Don't worry about how long it's going to take. Worry about the one day, because when you think about the long-term goal and how long it's going to take and how much you want to lose, that's discouraging, and you're going to beat yourself up and you're not going to feel motivated. So my advice to you is take it one day at a time and celebrate the small successes, because I thrive on the little things that push me to keep going forward. And I know it's hard. I struggled with it my whole life, but trust me, if you believe in yourself, you can do it. If I did it, you can do it. And it's an amazing feeling, and I don't think that I have felt more proud of myself. You know, I've gotten my college degree. I work with kids. I help kids on a daily basis. I think this is probably the thing I'm most proud of myself for doing, because it was so hard. But you've got this. I believe in you. And if you ever want someone cheering you on, message me on Instagram, and I'll send you all the muscle emojis. I'll send you all the funny hashtags, because you can do it.